Hi guys, it's Amy from Mastro Stretch, and today I'm going to give you a full body resistance stretch routine for beginners. And even if you're not a beginner, this is a great stretch routine to do daily. And if you like my channel, please subscribe to by clicking right here. Okay, so what is resistance stretching? Well, I'll tell you what resistance stretching isn't. It's not the static stretching you think of. So most people think of stretching as this, right? We just hold the stretch in a position. This is not resistance stretching, it's static stretching. Static stretching. And resistance stretching is actually using your own body's resistance to move in and out of the stretch. In essence, it's eccentric exercise. So we're keeping the muscle under tension while we lengthen the muscle. What's that look like? Let's get into it. So we're going to start with some hips today. You're going to come into this kneeling position. If you struggle with balance, hold on to something. We're starting on with the back leg. You're going to feel the stretch through here. Make sure the foot is in line with the knee. So if it's turned in, go ahead and line that up. And then we're going to lean forward. So we start to feel a little bit of stretch here. This would be a static stretch. Make sure you have enough cushion under your knee. And if you feel too much pressure there, you're going to push a little bit more through the lower leg. So take that pressure off the knee. So we start in a stretch position. We're going to activate the muscle first before we do anything. So basically, we're going to push into the floor with the lower leg. We're going to squeeze through here and pull the hips back, almost like you're sitting into a chair. All right? Then relax. So you should feel that those muscles contract. Do that again. Pull back. Relax. One more time. Pull back. Now, keep that contraction and now start to slowly go into the stretch with that contraction. So you're playing a little tug of war with yourself. As you go into that hip opener, you're going to drop those hips towards the floor or forward. Control and contract out of that stretch. We're going to do that 2 more times. So resisting the stretch and only use about 20% resistance here, right? So pull back, and if you contract too much, it's going to be harder to move. So if you go 100%, okay, I'm not moving, but ease up and go 20% into that stretch. Because this type of stretching can make you sore, and we don't want to cause too much soreness. Great. Good. Let's switch sides. All right, so we're lining up the lower leg with the knee. Hold on to something if you need it for balance. Let's start in a stretch position. Contract, pull back. Relax. Repeat. We contract and activate the muscle first. Then we stretch it. Okay, one more time. Pull back. Now, a little resistance. Play a little tug of war. About 20% resistance with tension for the stretch. And then pull out of it strong. And then repeat that 2 more times. So with tension. One more time. And with tension. Going into the stretch. Good. Release. Now, let's get off the knees. Save our knees a little bit. Take that pressure off. We're going to move into a lat stretch. We're going to come down onto the floor with our elbows, with our hands, butts up in the air, okay? This is a little bit like a child's pose. We're going to sit back to where we start to feel a little stretch along the sides of the body. And now we're going to contract those muscles. So we're going to contract these lats We're going to pull the shoulders down out of the ears, engage the lats, and pull the body forward. And then relax, bring it back, and repeat that. Pull the body forward. So really get their shoulders down first, pull the body forward, relax. Let's do that one more time. And then with resistance, we're playing that tug of war. Keep the shoulders out of the ears, push down through the mat with the forearms and the hands, going back into the stretch, under resistance. And go back as far as you can maintain a contraction. If you start to lose that contraction, ease up on the pressure or stop the stretch. Let's repeat that. So for me, when I first started doing this stretch, my left side was weaker. So I had to lighten up on the resistance because it would kind of catch, and I wasn't able to contract that muscle very well into the stretch. So if you're feeling unevenness, focus on the weak side, ease up on the pressure, and even it out. Because we always have that one side that wants to dominate, right? It takes over, works, compensates for other muscles for the other side. Great, good. So stretching out the lats. Now let's go into the hamstrings. We're going to come back to that kneeling position. So one leg forward. Walk the foot slightly in front of the knee. Again, hold on to something if you need it. This time we're pushing down through the foot and focusing on the middle of the back of the leg, and we're pulling the body towards the foot, contracting the hamstring as we do that. Then relax, bring it back. Repeat that 2 more times. Contracting through here. Relax. 1 more time. Now keep pushing through the foot, 20%. And then start to straighten the leg out, shoot the hips back. Again, hold on to something if you need some blocks here. Grab some blocks, a stool, whatever. You don't have to straighten the leg all the way. Like I'm feeling a nice big stretch right now without straightening all the way. And then pull out of it. If you're next to a couch or a chair, just hold on to it for balance. Keep the resistance as you go back for the stretch. Fold forward a little bit if possible, and then 1 more time. I love the stretching because it does build strength as you stretch, but what's really cool is like it actually lasts a little bit longer than just, a passive stretch. Good, and release. And it's really good at correcting things. So say you have hip pain, back pain, whatever it might be, it's a really good corrective stretching technique. Okay, so switching legs. Walk the foot slightly in front of the knee. We're going to push down with the foot and pull forward, contracting through here. A lot of times, like I was mentioning, that compensation, like muscles will compensate. So then the muscles that aren't working get a little lazy, get a little sleepy. So this is why we activate that muscle first to make sure it is turned on, it's fired up, and we can actually use that muscle like it should be used. Okay, so keep pushing down. And then if you need to walk the foot forward, and as you straighten the leg, feel free. Keep the resistance as you're moving in and out of the stretch. Let's do 1 more. So we're hitting some hips and hamstrings. We got some back in, and we're going to get into the neck here in a second. Good. Okay, so step out of that. And let's move into some neck stretches. This one you can do standing or seated. But we're going to make an L position with the arm. and then take your other hand on top. So if you've ever done these shoulder exercises, we're mimicking that action. So go ahead and take your hand, the hand is the weight, on top of the wrist, and lift the arm up. Try to keep the elbow in line with the wrist. We're not going like this. We're not going like this. So try to keep everything even. Then bring it back down. So you're going to feel this through here. And then up again. And this one, again, don't use too much pressure here. One more time. Up. Now, play that tug of war. 20%, tilt the head away from the arm that you're working. And then lift the head back up. And repeat that. So, tug of war, tilt the head away, and then straighten the head, lift the arm back up one more time. Good. Okay, release and switch sides. So making that 90-degree Barbie arm, and lift the arm up. Keep the pressure even throughout. So lead with the elbow, not the wrist. We'll do that 3 times. So one more time here. Keep the resistance. Slowly lower. Tilt the head away from the arm that you're stretching. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Back up. And resist. And you don't need a lot of resistance for this to be effective. Last one. Nice big neck stretch. And release. All right, guys. That is your beginner full body stretch sesh using resistance stretching. Hope you enjoyed that. Even if you're not a beginner, these are great stretches to do. I do these stretches as well, so good for everybody, but this is a primer just to get you started on resistance stretching. If you're new to it, give me a like, give me a comment if you enjoyed this. I really appreciate your support and watching my videos. I'm not monetized yet, but I'm getting there with my YouTube channel. I need more watch hours, so please share this with someone so I can get those watch hours and actually start to make a little money off YouTube. Thank you again. I appreciate your support, and until next week, this is Amy. Bye for now.